Clock fast.
Yeah, clock is fast, clock is fast.
Minutes, but I am putting the microphone on now, so we're being streamed by, I hope we're gonna shoot.
I can go inside if you want to do a quick check.
It's all on them.
Are you good with the, making these? Like, Michael?
The move to make those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When we approve the agenda, we can.
Yep.
Chat it this way. Yes,
So
yeah.
changes?
We need a motion on it,
Yes.
So
because it's not on here.
better to have it and not need it than
Yeah.
need it and not have it.
Okay.
Yeah, just when we get to the agenda item, you can see it.
Yeah.
Approve agenda.
Have you heard from Robert? Is he, will he be?
I have not.
I know he had a bunch going on. I know he also had baseball. I don't know if he was coming or not.
Oh, okay. We won't wait. Usually he just,
Right out on.
yeah,
Yeah.
leaving work and
She still has 2 minutes. She has 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Open show.
He's waiting in the lobby. Sean. Wait a minute. Oh, I have it.
Is that right?
Okay, so that must have went off too, because I had it all open.
oh,
You said that, thank you. I just saw him. There at the minute.
Look at that.
yeah.
Sorry.
There they are.
We can't do all
Wait, because it's all. We're all like children. It works.
Look at this.
All right.
Right on time.
Right on time.
Perfect.
We're just saying we're presenting in our usual order of
That's right.
arrival.
You had time to spare.
Yeah.
At least 30 seconds.
It starts.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
What are you doing? What's you doing?
I put it on speaker, because it's on the gallery. I think that's better. Or maybe if I think-
Yeah, it was, when the picks up there. That was really.
Technical.
It's on speaker. I don't know why. Wow.
Okay, welcome everybody. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Beals,
Here.
Mr. Fitting,
Here.
Ms. Camosa,
Here.
Mr. Lupino,
Here.
Mr. Malloy,
Here.
Mr. McPherson,
Here.
Mr. Stanpier,
Here.
all present.
Thank you, and we're a little out of order, but Rick's got an announcement to make tonight.
We were just informed of a tragedy for the Gogebic family. I received an email from David Barker who said, "My daughter Emily Barker, who was a former student of yours, passed away last Saturday while on the job fighting forest fires in Colorado. Maybe you can let the alumni know through their newsletter of her passing." You can Google Emily Barker, Colorado to see a wealth of articles and information on my daughter. She is a national hero, I'm told. I'm very proud of her accomplishments and am deeply grateful for the education you provided to enable her to become who she was. Yours truly, David Barker, proud father. Emily Barker was a SAM program graduate in 2009, so a lot of you might know her. As we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, remember the Barker family and Emily Barker and her service.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In our budget hearing, I'd like to move on to 2.0 conflict of interest. If any board member has a conflict with anything on this agenda, please let us know. Hearing none, we'll move on to 3.0 public comment on the agenda and reports. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to 4.0 new business. The proposed 2026-2027 operating budget.
So I'll start with the millage levy. As the board is aware, we are authorized 1.5 mils as the statutory operating millage, along with a 20-year voted 1.5 mils. Due to the 2001 millage reduction fraction, otherwise known as Headley, our operating millage will be reduced to 1.2879 mils, and our 20-year site millage will be reduced to 1.4714 mils. Due to an increase of 38,201,670 in taxable value, the college will realize a total increase of 98,757 from the total millage. The revenue generated from the total millage amounts to approximately 16% of our operating budget.
Thank you. We'll move on to 4.1.2 preliminary budget.
And attached is a preliminary operation budget for the upcoming 2026-2027 fiscal year. The final budget will be brought forward once the state of Michigan finalizes appropriations. And this is everything that was presented in our budget workshop a few weeks back.
Thank you. And
I'll move adjournment of the budget hearing.
we have motion
Second.
and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. And we will move into our regular meeting. We've already done we'll call the meeting to order. We've already done a roll call, so we'll move on to 2.0, the secretary's report, minutes of the May 26th regular board meeting.
I'll move approval of the minutes of the May 26th meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we'll move on to 2.2, the approval of the agenda. And we have some people.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda, including the amendments listed on the extra sheet provided with 4.3 and 9.0 amended on there.
Second.
Thank you. And just for the record, we're amending these to replace the curriculum committee discussion with allied health report and program opportunities. And we're adding to our closed session on MESPA and MAHI and ASME negotiations. And we do not expect any action. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, move on to 3.0, conflict of interest for our meeting. If any board member has any conflict with anything on the agenda tonight, please let us know. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to 4.0, institutional reports. 4.1, introduction of new employees. And some not so new.
Well, Debbie is on vacation, so I'm going to fill in for her as best I can. We have 3 new employees. Ward Helikowski, sorry, Ward. Please stand up and say hello.
Hi,
I'm Ward Helikowski. You want 30 seconds of joy or?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Or more if you have it.
well, I don't think that much. But anyway, yeah, I grew up in the big town of White Pine when it was a town. And the copper mining was flowing and things were good. It was an amazing place to grow up. We had students from not just the UT, but from all over the country, all the administrators and the construction folks that were working there. It was a pretty iconic existence. And then in different stages, it kind of fell apart. And I've lived in lots of places. My wife and I decided that we were just going to travel and see lots of little towns in the US and just keep bopping around between states of interest. And we did that. And then once we had our children, we slowed down the travels, lived in just a couple of places. And I retired in 2019 as an educator in public schools. And I was retired in the South for 1 year, 6 months with my wife, which was our plan for 20 years. And we both decided I was not good at it. I miss coaching and playing bad golf didn't captivate my needs to be around the youth and coach and teach the game of basketball, which I love so much.
Thank you all very much.
Well,
Welcome.
here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And next is Jared Evans, who we have on the line.
Good evening, everyone. So, yep, I'm Jared Evans. I've
Hey,
been
Jared.
at GCC. Oh, hi. I've
think
been at
you're muted,
GCC.
Jared.
Oh, what's that? Oh, can you all hear me okay?
Still muted.
Still muted.
I just see the X by the sound.
Oh, yeah.
How about,
On the bottom right.
Yep, you go to the right where the time is.
It's
Right by the speaker thing.
right.
Keep going.
Two more icons.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's up.
Is it excellent?
Oh, it is X. Oh, yep.
For those of you who don't know Jared, he's very quiet.
how am I now, Steve?
Try again, Jared.
Okay, testing, testing,
It's okay.
testing.
Well, Jared, we know you very well and we like you a lot. So
And we're excited about all the energy you're going to bring to this position.
we're excited about what you're doing. Thank you again. I enjoy our meetings, by the way. You're not really all that quiet. Thank you, Jared. And in person, thank goodness, is Leah Hagan Harris.
Hi, everybody. Barry says he can hear him online. We just can't.
You can come back.
7 years now. I've been, this will be my 6th role, and my most exciting one yet. So happy to take on a new challenge.
Always.
Yep. I got big shoes to fill, but Carrie left me in a very good spot, so I'm not worried.
Thank you. I do have one more employee to introduce. Her name is Mrs. Kitto. Would you like to say hello?
Hello. I just got married this weekend, so thanks for that.
Stephanie, brand new name is Mrs. Kitto.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, we'll move on to 4.2, ski area management program update.
Hi, thank you for having me to give 5 minutes on what's been going on with the program. But since I've started, I think our biggest opportunity, again, Ryan Stubbs, Director of Ski Area Management. Our biggest opportunity is to kind of look at student recruitment and brand visibility. It's something that, is definitely a focus point of me going forward. I'll kind of set up about a 3-part plan, SAMs, social, and community, to try to help that process go along. Part of the SAMs is engaging all of our previous SAM students and, just honoring Emily as part of that SAM network going forward and thanking her for everything she's always done for the program. But it's trying to expand that network and use that network as much as possible. We have people all over the country in various roles, but to try to leverage them and not only help the community of the ski industry, but help the program grow in its own right. The social piece is taking the social media aspects and working with our new social media expert that just signed on, as well as Carrie, to help expand the Mount Zion, Facebook, Instagram, things like that have been kind of hit and miss over the past couple of years, but to use those networks to not only instill what's going on at the Hill as a communication of weather changes, things like that, but also to set up the community to know what's going on and give the ability for future students to have a following piece to get more excited about the program and know what's going on with it. And we're going to utilize that. And then the one that's kind of closest to my heart as I'm moving and getting used to being more and more part of the community is exploring, first off, the articulation of working with Northern Michigan and a couple other colleges to expand out those programs and look at opportunities that are out there. We have the one that currently goes with the business program at NMU. That's worked great over the years with stellar results. I'm a graduate of that program. And just to see if there's any other programs out there that we can align. Just kind of exploring that. I have had meetings with the superintendent of schools at Ironwood for our youth ski programs to go on at Mount Zion and try to find out exactly what's been working great with those, and then possibly to expand those to other communities in the adjacent area. And then the other one is discussion with city leaders to try to expand maybe potentially our summer offerings at Mount Zion and expand because most resorts are looking for opportunities to have full year round things for people to do. And we want to look and explore kind of every opportunity we can. I do have an ask. With that same community, I did reach out as we do have something in front of the Federal Appropriations Board for potential new chalet and learning center. I did send out a letter, kind of writing campaign to try to get all their support for the chalet and the project in front of our senators and House members. I just wanted to get the alignment from the board to possibly send out an email communication to all of GCC of that same thing to support and help drive that project in the federal viewpoint.
Okay, question about that.
Sure.
You're sending us an email and you want us to reach out to them? Is that what you're asking for?
I want to be able to send it out myself. I just want to have the alignment with the board here that you know I'd be doing it and that your guys are good with me sending out that mass communication.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Perfect. And my last and kind of fun fact is that as part of our marketing department that I have been working with, as well as the alumni and community, I want you to all keep an eye out if you are driving north on 51. About October, we are going to have a new billboard between Mercer and Hurley that is going to highlight Mount Zion and Ski Area Management Program. So in the future, we will have direction coming from both sides, supporting the program and supporting Mount Zion. So it's kind of a big win for us, just offering that visibility and, hopefully will help with student recruitment to bring our numbers up. The goal is 30 students by 2030. So. Gonna make that right. Any questions or concerns?
Could you just include board members on that email you referred to regarding the appropriations ask so that we can see, what the communication is and to whom, and that way we can, when it comes up, be advocates along those lines?
Absolutely. And that is kind of the thing is with part of the email, send it to everyone that you know. Again, we want to get as much voice and visibility to this as possible. It helps all of us, not only at Mount Zion and the Ski Area Management Program, but let's just be truthful. Helps all of GCC and as well as the community, bringing in that highlight and that basically that chalet / learning center to improve all of our facilities. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to 4.3, Allied Health Report.
Right, we have a summary in front of you of different programming that we're taking a look at within the Allied Health Department. So you can go ahead and read that when you have a chance. But in May, the MW Tech Consortium came up and we met with regional employers. We went to Ashland, Aspirus, and Portage Health. Sue Beals and Mike McPherson were able to sit in on some of those meetings, both as board members and as employees of Aspirus. And some of the big things we heard was that our regional health employers have a lot of needs. They're having difficult times finding respiratory therapists, radiation specialists, radiography, a lot of different programming needs, and they're relying on travelers to fill those needs. That impacts their bottom line, that impacts continuity of care, and impacts our communities. So what we heard from them is, what can you do? What can we bring through the consortium, through GCC, to be able to expand programming? So you'll see that list. One of them is nursing. Nursing is a very strong employment opportunity in our region and abroad. It is something that we have space for, and we have plans to expand or add more flexible learning opportunities, especially for people who have healthcare experience, to be able to Zoom into lectures, to be able to get those lectures asynchronously so that people who are working can access the program at night. So we're working with the State Board of Nursing and our accreditation body to go through the approval process for that. We've also been talking with NMU to see if we can deepen our partnership up there because they've identified some needs in that region that hopefully GCC will be able to fill as well. Consortium-based programs where we would be a sponsoring organization, so that would mean we would send students to consortium-based programs, but they would take general education content from JCC, includes surgical technician, neurodiagnostics, and CT. We're also looking at hosting some programs. In April, the board approved the respiratory therapy program. And when the consortium was up here, they found out that the college that was supposed to host it was no longer able to do so. So they asked GCC to be able to host that program. We're currently working through the accreditation process for that and hiring adjunct instructors. There is a program director already hired. That person will stay hired through the consortium. GCC will be hiring the adjunct instructors. We are also looking at sonography and possibly medical lab tech as future programs to develop. But those are definitely things that are in process and not something that's been decided at this point. GCC-based programming, I'd like to call attention to the paramedic program. We had a paramedic program back in 2014. We were offering paramedic 1 year, EMT basic the next. And at the time, we needed to become accredited through COAMS. It's a national accreditation body. And unfortunately, a lot of things had to be done in person. They didn't allow a lot of simulation. And it's very difficult to get the amount of intubations and the amount of live births, get the students to experience those things and be able to participate in those things in a very small area. So at that time, the decision was made to put the program on pause. We're at a point now that they're allowing some accreditation or some simulation opportunities through accreditation. And we feel it's a proper time to bring that program back up to the forefront. So we'd like to send our program director, Bob Kirkley, down to the accreditation conference in May, which is required in order to apply for accreditation, and then start that program on the non-credit side next fall. It's anticipated that we'll have 25 students within the first 2 years from our area facilities. So it's pretty good.
That's fulfilling.
It's pretty fulfilling. Yeah, they're having to travel quite a ways in order to get that education. So for us to do it, the state's really encouraging GCC to move forward with that program. So I know there's a lot of information on there. I don't expect you to have it all right now. But just please know that we are looking at kind of maybe a 3 or 4 point plan to move forward. Certainly looking at more marketing. Carrie's working with TV6 right now to do a marketing plan for the nursing program again. Again, it's a good solid employment opportunity for students in the area, as is all of healthcare. So something that college grads are having a hard time finding right now is employment. So we want to make sure that they know that GCC is a solid place to find that education. If you guys have any questions, let me know.
What's going on? That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yes.
Sean is next. She's looking to provide. Sean is next. Then we'll we can talk to him. Wendy, can we talk to Sean?
Is that?
Let's see if Sean. Sean,
I'm on the
try.
call. I'm on the call. Can you hear me?
Hey, Sean, it's Anthony. I can hear you, man.
Okay.
I don't think they can, though.
Well, I'm not sure what to say to that.
All right. We got you.
We got you, Sean.
Woo! Welcome.
I apologize to the board that I'm driving back from the Twin Cities, so it's not a good idea to put the camera on. So, from the VP side, there's nothing to go on. So I have nothing to offer for tonight.
Well, that makes a short report.
Yeah, that's, thank you.
Well, thank you. Drive carefully.
Nice talking to you, Sean.
Okay, well, in that case, we'll move on. Okay, that's Sean. Do we have any report for,
He's on.
pardon me?
I think he's on.
The whole,
Right, but did we have anything for student services?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. Thanks. Well, then we'll move on to 4.5, Houghton update. Hi, Anthony.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so you can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, great. So just a couple of quick updates from Houghton and the Copper Country Center. So Bridge Fest 2026 was a success. Huge thanks to the GCC team that participated in the parade particularly. That was Cynthia, Jared, Matt, Trevor, Tara, and Karen. Sam is always a huge hit at the Bridge Fest parade, and this year was definitely no exception. If the social media story hasn't gone out yet, I know it was pretty condensed as far as social media content, so there will be a Bridge Fest post coming up if it hasn't come out yet with some really great pictures of Sam in the parade. So that was very fun. The 2-day tabling event was also successful. A lot of great interactions with the community, as well as some prospective students, really great conversations that were had. It just got really windy and rainy right at the tail end of the second day, so we had to cut it short, but all the other vendors had basically broken down. So we pretty much got the whole event in. It wasn't as good of weather as it usually is, so Bridge Fest wasn't as well attended as normal, but it was still a really good event. So big thanks for all the support there. And then the second, maybe most important update is the ongoing construction update for our back section of campus. Moyle Construction is starting the roof system next week. From there will be further interior construction and subcontractor work that'll need to happen. So we are currently discussing timelines, but there's no definitive move back in date set yet. And I don't want to speak too soon. But more updates will come, and it's sounding like we're going to be okay to get in there. It might be a bit of a push right before the semester starts, but all estimates show that we should be in the back section of campus for the start of the semester. So fingers crossed, and continue to just get those updates weekly as Moyle continues to do a great job communicating with us. And we just keep looking, and we can see the giant crane from the front of the building behind the building. And so we're just waiting for it to leave, because I think once the crane leaves, that's a good sign that we'll be close to getting back in there. So yeah, more to come on that, but that's my update for this month.
Did anyone have questions for him? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to 4.6, President's update.
The president's update looks like this. If you could pick up that piece of paper, open it. While you're looking for that, I'll just add that I send you all a Friday update by email that really has sort of an activity and what I've been doing and the heads up for the week. So the president's update at our board meetings will look a lot like data. They'll be a little different probably than what we're accustomed to. They look like this. There are 3 parts. This one is financial aid update with Mary Ann DeCare. The staff here, I just want to take a second and brag. You have some of the best staff I've ever worked with. And as I asked them for information that I could submit to the board and just talk about now, they gave me this. All I did was cut and paste it into a report, so it's my chance to brag about them. There is something I'd like to note in the very first page where it says the Department of Education federal loans interest rates. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Gogebic's default rate is 1.4%. I don't know if you know how low that is. That is wonderful news for the college and the community, because I'm used to it being 10 times that high or more. And really, I just wanted to take a second and shout out to the financial aid office for encouraging responsible borrowing among people who are not getting stuck with a lot of debt they don't want or don't need. 1.4 is very, very low. That's something to be proud of. Further down the page, you could look at this on your own, but it has the amount of financial aid that's going on and what types they are. And then on the back of that sheet is item 2. There are only 3 items. The item 2 is the number of applications that are accepted but not yet enrolled. And then item 3 is directly relevant to that, which is the number of people who are enrolled and details about where they're coming from and what kinds of classes they're taking. Just to infer a little bit from this, when you're looking at what we're seeing is fewer people taking more credit hours. So we have a little decrease in the number of people. It's basically flat. It's not quite 3% decrease in the number of people, but the number of credit hours they're taking is up 5%. So fewer people are taking more classes. And the trend is, get this, the trend is on ground with a remote option. I just think people want to get back to pre-COVID and spend time together. So we're paying attention to what the trend is likely to be and how it's likely to continue. People really want to come here or go to the Houghton Center and be with each other with a remote option if they can't make it to class that day. Any questions about the president's report?
This is very helpful.
Cool.
Yes, thank you.
Anyone have questions for him regarding this? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to 5.0, public comment on the agenda and reports. Steve, what do you have?
Everything's great.
Okay, I think we're gonna keep moving then.
When you get that in a minute.
Can I go back to, it
Yeah.
says on ground with remote option
Mhm.
and with Iron and Houghton and it's down, or yeah, down, no, we're way up. So why are we up so high? Just good news, but
It is,
wondering why.
it is good news. It's just people's preferences.
Okay.
We're just finding that people want to be with each other again as much
Oh,
as.
so that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. I guess we'll move on to 6.0, new business, 6.1, financial reports.
Okay, attached for the board's review are the May 31st, 2026 financial reports. We're going to start with the general fund revenue and expense. The general fund revenue expense summary shows the college budget for fiscal year 2025-2026 and activity through May 31st. Revenues include the fall spring semester tuition and fees, monthly state aid payment, and annual accrual for property taxes. Revenues are at 87.77% of budget and expenses are at 91.33%. Again, summer session was posted in the month of June, so it's not reflected here. And also CAD courses are still being posted through the remainder of the year, which will increase the fees revenue as well. I ran the data today and right now we are in tuition. We are $145,000 ahead of what we projected for the budget. So there could be some adjustments, but that's where it was as of today.
That's with the summer session.
Mhm.
Okay.
But that's over budget. So that's good.
Awesome.
As you can see, salaries for instruction is currently over budget by approximately $190,000. As you know, I just reiterated from the last couple of months as overload calculations came in higher than was budgeted, as well as faculty receiving staff and pay due to the negotiations. And we also hired a new instructor in January of 2026 for nursing that wasn't originally budgeted. Right now, is there any questions on the 531 financials for that? Moving on, the balance sheet shows assets and liabilities incurred through May 31st, 2026. Accounts receivable tuition is lower than last year due to the timing of write-offs. This year we did them throughout the year instead of just waiting till year end. We also have been booking amounts to the allowance, so we aren't just recognizing one large expense as of year end. Salaries and wages payable is higher than last year due to the booking of our GASB 101 liability, which I can't wait to start comparing next year because I don't have to explain that over and over again. Is there any questions on the balance sheet?
I think it was like 300.
Yeah, it was a 304.
That fits.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that'll just get adjusted this year, so we'll be comparing actuals.
Like 852 or
Mhm.
something 852 instead of that, yeah.
Yes. So the statement of changes in fund balance shows the cumulative revenues and expenditures. Does everybody have a copy? It shows the cumulative revenues and expenditures through May 31st for all funds. Overall, you can see the designated spending was lower than budgeted. And this is because we did receive some donations for equipment purchases this year. We also had a larger amount budgeted for ELT as well. That wasn't all spent. Overall, you can also see that the transfer to auxiliaries are down approximately 68,000 compared to prior year. And this amount will change as of year end as we perform year end allocation entries. Overall, these are the financials presented as of May 31st. Is there any questions?
I have a question on one of the checks that was written. It was for Excel Energy, the lighted sign, check 7613, $18,000. And it says lighted sign from 3/30/26 to 4/28/26.
That's probably the total bill. I'm sure it's just the wrong. I can look into that. What's the amount? I'm not seeing it.
$18,000.
That's not, I don't think that's correct for the description. Michelle runs this report, so I'll look into that for you, but that's more of the amount of what our actual bill is. So I'm not sure why
Okay,
that.
what do you mean our actual bill? Like, is that for the year?
No, that's for a month.
We're paying $18,000 a month for that?
I'll look into that for you, yeah.
Okay, that stood out to me. I don't know if anyone else.
I'll get back to you on that.
Thank
There's
you.
a 23,000 one for Excel for heating and electric.
Yeah,
in
so
addition to that one.
I'll look, yeah, I'm not sure what, like I said, I'll look into that. I'm not sure if there was a double, just based on the timing. See, yeah, it looks like there's 2 payments made based on the timing. So yeah, they look pretty reasonable. If you think about, the one Excel and Excel, so look at the dates on them. 3/16 to 4/14, and then you have, yeah, so I'll look into that with Caitlin and Michelle tomorrow.
Thank you. Does anyone have any other questions? In that case, would someone like to make a motion to accept the report and place it on file?
Move to accept the report and place it on file.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we'll move on to 6.0. 6.2, 2026 millage.
Okay, Gogebic Community College has authorized the 1.5 mils as a statutory operating millage, along with a 20-year voted 1.5 mils. Due to the 2001 millage reduction fraction, otherwise known as Headley, our operating millage will be reduced to 1.2879 mils, and our 20-year millage will be reduced to 1.4714 mils. The current year taxable value increase will allow the college to collect an additional $98,757 in revenue. Millage amounts to approximately 16% of the college operating budget. Administration recommends that the Board of Trustees approve the collection of 2.7593 mils for continued college operations as presented.
Thank you.
Move approval collection of 2.7593 mils, continued college operations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. I'd like a roll call on this, please.
Mrs. Beals,
Yes.
Mr. Fitting,
Yes.
Ms. Camosa,
Yes.
Mr. Lupino,
Yes.
Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Mr. McPherson,
Yes.
Mr. Stankhare.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. We'll move on to 6.3. The preliminary budget.
The attached preliminary operations budget is for the upcoming 2026-2027 fiscal year. The final budget will be brought forward once the state of Michigan finalizes appropriations. So the administration recommends the Board of Trustees approve the preliminary operations budget for the 2026-2027 fiscal year with the final budget forthcoming.
We have $726,000 to begin the year in fund balance, and we end the year proposal of $691. And that's pretty much what's expected.
Yes, we had that fund balance just to show you guys where we are at, so.
It's a lot better projection than it originally was.
Does anyone have any other questions? Now, someone like to make a
I
motion?
make the motion that we approve the fund balance or the budget for 2026-2027 fiscal year with final budget forthcoming.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. On to 6.4. Resolution to seek line of credit for state anticipation funding.
Okay, so last month I had the approval, Gogebic Community College annually seeks a line of credit to balance the cash flow of the institution during the calendar year when there is an absence of funding from the state of Michigan and property tax revenue has not been released. The administration recommends that the Board of Trustees approve the attached resolution to seek proposals for a new annual line of credit as presented. And I did get back from Zeal Credit Union, and the rate would stay as is at 5.25% if we review, so.
The only question I had is answered already. Anyone else? Do you recall what it cost us last year, Stephanie?
Not off the top of my head. I know it was over $9,000 in attorney fees to just go out for bids and everything like that, so.
The board, just for the bids.
And just get us back on track, so
So this will save us.
this should save us some money. Right. And we only ended up borrowing, I think, at one time, $200,000, and I had that paid off. I just think that there's a little balance out there just for, I paid that off. I think it was last month or the month before, so it was just nice to have, because in October, November, it does get very tight with timing of payments, so, yes.
I'll move approval of attached resolution.
And second.
And this is seeking from Zeal at that rate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Instead of going out for bids again and going through that whole process.
Yeah.
They were the lowest bid last time, so.
We essentially do this every year, right?
Well, we've missed a
Yeah.
few years, and
Yeah.
that's why the process was so much longer last year, so I want to keep renewing it if we can, instead of going through all the trouble of going out there.
And the attorney fees.
I'll second.
I think,
Yeah,
I think Bill seconded already. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, moving on to 6.5, 80/20 medical insurance contribution.
We were just telling you, like, you do it, no, you do it. 80/20 medical insurance is in keeping with what you've done for some time now, so it's a continuation of that for next year.
Do we have a rate at this point? Or is that too early to ask? Usually
Don't
don't
have a rate.
don't we get the increase, or never goes down that I've ever heard. But
We did not get an increase yet. Debbie has not received that information as of yet.
does anyone have any questions?
Do we have an idea of roughly when she would know the rate? Or like how much it would, is there any world we don't do the 80-20?
Pardon me?
Is there any world we don't do the 80-20 option?
So just because if we did the hard cap, doesn't mean it would save us money. There'd be, I mean, Debbie has to do a lot of research on this and
Yeah.
whoever else, and I'm not sure what has been done up to this point, but just assuming that it's, just assuming a hard cap would save us money is not actually,
Yeah,
the research has to be done, and I'm not sure where she's at with that.
It wouldn't, we talked, best guess is it wouldn't save us money. The other reason we decided to continue with the practice is that, so much is changing now with an interim president that we just felt like one more change that we couldn't really justify would be bad timing. This is also in keeping with what our neighboring institutions are doing, so.
I move we accept the 80-20 resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to 6.6. Social media policy, first read.
So I'm representing on this, I'm representing both the ADA compliance team and the general GCC compliance team. So we've been putting a lot of effort towards ADA compliance. That's the Americans with Disabilities Act, and this was a to-do from that group. And we made it through first read from the compliance group on this as well. Credit goes to Carrie Clenny. She wrote the updates to this, and the highlighted area is the additions to the current policy. And also credits to Miranda. She did the reading for the compliance group.
So the bottom line is, we've already had, you've been doing all the work.
Yeah.
And this is a federal law,
Yeah.
so.
all lies. First read of the updated policy 635.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the first read. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And thank you all for your work on that. Okay, moving on to 6.7. Consider updating board policy 627 emeritus policy.
Stephanie's gonna do. What we're looking at is the current policy map is seriously nice for addressing, for thanking board members for a lot of service. This one is 15 years. Usually the ones I looked at online were more like 10 years. This one just does a great job of thanking board members for extraordinary service, but the thing that we were talking about is the amount of history and wisdom we're losing with those of you who are not running for re-election. So we really want to try to hang on to that without having you actually run for re-election and stay on the board officially. So we're proposing a new emeritus policy that keeps the old one, but adds to that. You get an automatic invitation to all the college events, and we will stay in direct contact, we being me, asking you for your advice and what your thoughts are and what the history of that initiative might be. So this one is just like the old emeritus policy, except it adds an extension where you stay in touch if you want to, and you continue to be involved.
Which would be really helpful for someone new coming in to be able to access the historical context for some of these things.
We're losing a lot of institutional memory, not only with our employees, but also with board members. So really would like to try to hang on to.
Do we have any questions about this? Someone like to make a motion to accept the new policy?
Motion to accept the first read of the emeritus policy. See.
Okay, question on that. Is this actually a first read or is this actually just going ahead and moving?
I think
It's
it's
approving to go
policy.
ahead and create a first read.
Pardon me?
It's just approving to go
Oh,
ahead and create
okay,
a first
okay,
read
thank you.
to move forward with it.
We have a motion and a second to approve this to develop a first read. Is that what you said?
Correct.
Okay, all in favor? Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Okay, moving on to 6.8 personnel, faculty reappointments.
Since Sean can't really talk to us, I'll do this. The faculty reappointments are 6.8.1 and non-affiliated reappointments are 6.8.2. In your packet.
And the changes are noted by an asterisk. Okay, would someone like to make a motion to reappoint faculty? 6.8.1.
I'll move to appoint the faculty as listed here.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, moving on to 6.8.2, non-affiliated reappointments.
Make a motion to approve the non-affiliated reappointments. That's listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we'll move on to 7.0, public comment. 5-minute time limit, Steve.
No, we're good.
Anything online? Wendy?
No, nothing.
Okay, hearing no public comment, we'll move on to 8.0, other business. 8.1, upcoming events. The college will be closed for several days.
Is our July meeting on the 21st?
Yes.
And MCCA conference is coming up. And don't forget, in August, on the 7th, there's a tournament, golf tournament, if anybody is interested. I'm looking for a partner. You need a sense of humor. You don't need to be a good golfer, but.
Maybe Kit would go for you.
Pardon me?
Maybe Kit would go for you.
Oh, well. My partner left town, so. Anything else on this? Okay. Hearing nothing else, we'll move on to 9.0, closed session, and we've added contract negotiation discussion.
I'll go ahead.
I'll move that we go to closed session.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitting.
Yes, or? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless you really don't want to be here.
Agree, yes. Mr. Lupino,
Yes.
Mr. Malloy,
Yes.
Mr. McPherson,
Yes.
Mr. St.
Yeah.
and Mrs. Fields.
Yes.
Thank
you.
Would you like me to close it up? Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, and I guess I should mention, no action is anticipated